Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, in the previous two sessions, we discussed so many questions from inequalities, coded inequalities. In the very first session, I introduced some characters of chess, and using the characters, we solve the problems for inequalities. Then gradually we move to the sequence identification, right? One or two sequences are there. So if the characters are from one sequence and or variables are from one sequence, we cannot make any comparison of these characters or these variables from other sequence, right? So this way gradually we are eliminating the usage of the chess characters, that is king, queen and pawn. So gradually by merging the two techniques, you'll be able to solve the problems of inequalities very easily. So in this session precisely we'll be doing the practice of merging both the techniques, right? Though we have already started in the previous session, still we'll take some more problems. So as I told you, after doing 40-50 problems with this method, you'll be able to crack the problems from inequalities very easily, right? So from last two sessions and from this session, if I just calculate all the questions, we'll be doing at least 40 to 50 problems. So I hope your practice is done with these three sessions. And yes, once again, just pause the session when the question appears on the screen and try to do it on your own, right? So let's begin. Now this P is neither greater nor smaller than Q, that means P is equal to Q. P is not smaller than Q, that means P is greater than equal to Q. P is neither smaller than or equal to Q, that means P is greater than Q. P is not greater than Q, that means P is less than equal to Q. P is neither greater than or equal to Q, that means P is less than Q. Okay. Now K hash W, that means K is equal to W. M at the rate W, that means M is greater than W. M is greater than W. R delta M, that means R is greater than equal to M. So here we are having one sequence only, R, M, W and K, since these signs are similar on the same line, I mean to say. So if it is king, or maybe queen, it is rook, and this is a rook. Okay, so K percentage M, that means K is less than M. W is less than R, and R is greater than K. Let's see. K and M, K and M. So K is definitely less than M. This is true. W and R in both the cases. In fact, even W is less than R, so this is also correct. R and K. So R is king and K is rook, so R is greater than K, even this is correct. So all the three are correct. Okay, all the three can be concluded. Isn't it very easy? P is neither greater nor smaller than Q, that means P is equal to Q. P is not smaller than Q, that means P is greater than equal to Q. P is neither smaller than nor equal to Q, that means P is greater than Q. P is not greater than Q, that means P is less than equal to Q. P is neither greater than or equal to Q, that means P is less than Q. Okay, so first of all this we take D percentage F, that means D is less than F. F at the rate H, so F is greater than H star N, that means H is less than equal to N. So we have 1, 2, 3 sequences, right? So N and F, both of them are from different sequences, so we cannot establish any relationship. D and N, different sequence. H and D, different sequence, right? So cannot be established any conclusion, right? So none of them is true. B delta D, that means B is greater than equal to D over here. D percentage T, that means D is less than T. T star M, that means T is less than equal to M. So we are having one sequence this and one sequence this. Here it's king, it may be king, or queen, it is rook, and here different sequence. So no need to assign any character. B and T. B and T cannot be established any relationship because they are from different sequences. M and D. M and D, yes, definitely M is greater than D. Here M at the rate D, that means M is greater than D, so this is correct. B and M from different sequences, so we cannot establish any relationship. So only 2 is true. Only M, this one is true. Okay? I hope you are clear. Then K number sign, K hash W, that means K is equal to W. M and M at the rate W, that means M is greater than W. Okay. R delta M, that means R is greater than equal to M. R is greater than equal to M. Okay. So sequence is there. It's king, it may be king, maybe queen, it's a rook, and it's a rook. Okay. So K percentage M, that means K is less than M. W percentage R, that means W is less than R. R at the rate K, that means R is greater than K. So K less than M. K less than M. Yes, maybe king, maybe queen, but it is rook. So this is true. W is less than R. Yes. R is greater than K. Definitely. So all the three are true. Okay, pretty simple. Now P is greater than Q. Just a moment. So it is P is greater than Q. P is either greater than or equal to Q. P is equal to Q. P is smaller than Q. P is either smaller than or equal to Q. Okay. So A at the rate B, that means A is greater than B. B, this means B is less than equal to C, and C less than equal to D. So one sequence, and this is next other sequence. A and D, no relationship can be established. C and D, C and D may be equal, maybe C is less than or equal to D, so we cannot say C is equal to D, right? So even this is not true. So none of the conclusion is true. Pretty simple. No need to assign any character. L is less than equal to K. M is smaller than N. M is smaller than N, and K is equal to M. So K is equal to M. So we are getting a sequence. So I just assign this to be king, this to be queen, this to be queen, then this may be queen, maybe rook. Okay. N and L. N and at the rate L, that means N is greater than L. Just can see over here, N is greater than L, and K is less than equal to N. Right? So N is greater than L. N is greater than L, that we can say for sure. And K is less than equal to N. K is less than equal to N. K is definitely equal to N. Less than equal to N. It's less than N, right? K is king, queen, and N is king. So this we cannot say, right? Less than equal to not. It should be absolutely less than. So only one is true. X is greater than Y. Y is equal to Z. Z is less than equal to R. So we have one sequence and this is the next sequence. Okay. So X and R we cannot establish any relationship, and Y is equal to R we cannot say. Y can be less than or equal to R. So only this is not correct, right? Y should be less than equal to R. So none of the conclusion can be drawn. Just a matter of 20 seconds. Okay, G at the rate F, that means G is greater than equal to F. D is less than equal to E, and E is equal to F. So F is equal to E, and D is less than equal to F. D is less than equal to E. So this way, right? D is less than equal to E. So this is a sequence. So we have this sequence. Okay, entire sequence is there. So no need to go for any sort of breakup over here. Very easy to do. E and G. This is E is greater than G, and this is E is equal to G. So E and G, E is greater than G. I'm sorry, it is E is smaller than G, and it is E is equal to G. So E is yes, E is either smaller than or equal to G. So either of them is true. Okay, so we have the third option that either of them is true. Okay. Now let's see this set of questions. P is greater than Q. P is either greater than or equal to Q. P is equal to Q. P is smaller than Q, and P is either smaller than or equal to Q, right? And these are the options. I take the first statement. First of all, rewrite the statement using mathematical expression n at the rate W. That means n is less than W. L plus n, that means L is greater than n, and W is equal to D. So I just introduce D over here. W is equal to D. This is done. This is done. Then K is equal to L, and L plus n, that means L is greater than n. So if we club both of them, you can see that there will be two different sequences. Over here, n is having less than sign before it, over here, and n over here also n is having less than sign besides it, right? So there are two different sequences. So we cannot make comparison between D, K, D, L, something like that, right? So I just check the option L and W. L is from this sequence and W is from this sequence, so we cannot make any comparison between L and W. D and N, yes, D is definitely greater than N, right? And D plus N, that means D is greater than N, plus sign means D is greater than N. So D is definitely greater than N, that you can see from the sequence. So this one is true, right? So pretty simple. Now L is, just delete this one. L is greater than equal to A. A is equal to S. Okay, then S is less than E, and G is greater than L. So G is greater than L. Now we can see two sequences. One is this and second is this. Because of this equal to sign, A and S, we will include them in both the sequences, right? So this is one sequence and this is second sequence. Now A at the rate E, that means A is less than E, and G plus A, that means G is greater than A. A is less than E. So A is equal to S and S is less than E, so definitely A is less than E. This one is true. G is greater than A, so from this sequence we can say G is greater than A. If you wish to assign the characters, you can, otherwise there is no necessity because we have greater than sign over here, right? So G is definitely greater than A. And if you're not comfortable, then you can assign the characters as well. But after some practice, I don't think the character assignment is necessary over here, right? You should be able to do directly, right? If at all you need to find out the comparison between G and E, that will not be possible because both of them are from the different sequences. So in case in any conclusion you find the relationship between G and E, just mark it. Just eliminate it because there is no conclusion possible between G and E, right? Take the next one. Now M is equal to I. A is greater than M. A is greater than M. So A is greater than M. T at the rate T is less than equal to I, right? Less than equal to I. So T is less, T is less than equal to I and T is equal to K, right? So greater than sign, equal to, greater than, equal to. So single sequence is there, M and K, and that is M is equal to K. So M and K. See, this is greater than equal to sign, so right chances are there. I is equal to T. So M is equal to I is equal to T, T is equal to K. So M is equal to K is a possibility. And if it is greater than sign, if we use, then M is greater than K, that is also possible, right? So K is less than M, that is also possible. This is also possible. So either of them is true, right? So either conclusion 1 or 2 is true. Okay. Now I is less than equal to R. R C E, that means R is greater than equal to E. E is equal to C, and D and I. So D is D at the rate I, that means D is less than I. Okay, so one sequence is this and other sequence is this. Now R is greater than C and I is equal to R. So I is equal to R, we cannot say. I is less than equal to R, so this is not possible. R is greater than C. That also we cannot say because R is greater than equal to E and E is equal to C. So R can be equal to C or R can be greater than C. So both the things are possible. So R is greater than C we cannot say. Okay, so neither of them is true. Here some printing error is there. This is actually I and statement 1. So I just repeat I over here. So I just explain it once again. I and R. So I is less than equal to R. So this is there. Then R is R and E. So R is greater than equal to E, that I have mentioned over here. Then R is equal to R is greater than equal to E and E is equal to C. This is, and between D and I, D at the rate I, that means D is less than I. Okay, D at the rate I, that means D is less than I. So this is a sequence. So one sequence is this, one sequence is this. So between R and C, between I and R, I is from this sequence and R is also from the same sequence. So I is equal to R. I can be less than R or I can be equal to R, right? So, and the same reason over here. So I hope you are clear with this. So many questions based on inequalities we have done in these 3 sessions. So now I'm sure you must be getting the confidence on the topic and you'll be able to do all the 5 questions in less than 4 minutes, right? Because in maximum most of the exams 4 to 5 questions are there. So you should not take more than 40 seconds to do one problem on inequalities. Okay, bye bye.